Good evening. What a horrible night to be playing Vampire Survivors. Actually, this is the best night to be playing Vampire Survivors. How you doing tonight, Chris?
Good, baby. What a horrible night to be from one of those garbage pile countries from the south, right? Oh, you didn't see
Why are
that
we?
yet?
No. Oh, wait. Is this about Puerto Rico or?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Holy crap.
we shouldn't be surprised at this point, but every time we think they found the bottom, they manage to dig deeper. But
Seriously,
yeah,
like, not that it's gonna affect it, even though the Trump campaign is in meltdown mode. Like,
I
whatever. I feel
wish
like
that
worse
were
things have been
true.
said.
But like that article I sent you for Republicans now, it's a feature, not a bug.
Basically.
It really is. I hate it so much, but anyways,
So
I thought
Vampire
this would be a
Survivors.
good excuse to let you run the show for an evening and take a little break from the more spoopy spoops of Silent Hill.
Yeah, thankfully I have some stuff I need to unlock.
Dude, you have so much more unlocked than I do. Bill and Lance, that's amazing. What?
I've been working on some of the
Hey,
unlocks
Sparks.
because Halloween they have the Castlevania DLC pack coming out.
Okay.
So yeah, and that's going to be their biggest DLC ever. But it'll still just be $4,
I'm gonna
but
have to play this on Steam
oh yeah, it's great.
instead of
Yeah,
just on my
you play
iPhone.
on Apple Arcade, right?
I do. I get it. Well, not for free. It's part of my Apple subscription, but for finger quotes, free with my
Yeah.
Apple subscription, and
Oh, for sure.
I have a lot of
So I
fun
don't know
playing it.
who Sheena is. I'm
Damn.
assuming like from Contra Hardcore
What
or
is that
something.
weapon? Is that a laser
Some kind
sword?
of laser crossbow or
Laser
something.
crossbow?
Yeah, I don't know how to evolve it, but I think I'll probably be able to get all the passives. So
So
but
I've been
yeah.
playing this at kind of a snail's pace, really just kind of like when I want to kill some time or I'm like stuck in a waiting room or something like that.
Oh yeah, for
And so
sure.
I've only recently just discovered evolving weapons, which is
Oh,
really
okay.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of don't tell you for a while.
No,
They
but then when like you evolve the crosser, you're just like chucking swords that take up like half the screen. It's
yeah,
so
the first
great.
time you evolve something, it's like, oh shit,
Like, okay, well,
this
this
is
is the end
great.
game now.
So if you want, you could choose the stage. Otherwise,
Ooh.
I'll just
I
pick
don't know.
something.
What's a favorite of yours that's newer? I've gotten. Wow, there are so many more stages too. Okay, yeah, I've got to play the Steam version.
So, well, these are
Um,
DLC. So you got Mount
yeah,
Moonspell's a DLC. The Volscari stages are another one. The Among Us is a third one, and then
yeah.
Contra is the fourth
Okay,
one.
I was gonna say like let's do a Contra one, but
All
your
right, let's
choice
do
from there.
Neo Galuga. Yeah.
Beluga.
I'm gonna not do inverse because I'm a coward, and I'm gonna
What's
see if I
inverse?
can still. Inverse makes the stage upside down, but it
Oh,
also, if
interesting.
you look to the left, it gives the enemies 200% more health, but it
Mm,
gives you a gold bonus and a luck bonus as well.
that sounds swell.
So, yeah, so I'm going to not do that right now because I want to be able to like pay attention to our conversation, not just be like
Yeah.
fuck. But it
Well,
is really fun when you're right about to die on your last life, and then the whole run just turns around
right? I
because
know. Yeah.
something happens.
Well, and
It's
I've
just
kind of gotten in this space now too, where like seeing your game, I realize there's much more to it than what I've unlocked so far. But I've
yeah.
kind of gotten to the point where like I'm winning every round.
Yeah, you're getting to like the 30-minute mark.
Yes, and so
Sweet.
it's become a little bit boring. But clearly there is a lot more I can be doing.
All right.
If
So
not
as
on
far
the
as
Apple Arcade version, then on the Steam version, which is what I'll do.
oh, this is a new song for me. Let's see. I like to start with something that gives you something every level up, just to start that from the beginning.
Uh-huh.
I'll do Boogaloo of Illusions.
Boogaloo.
The only thing is, I'm used to what do you call it? Oh, that's
Oh,
it.
okay, so it's kind of like the cross,
A little, yeah. Seems like it. This is my
but
first
it
time
doesn't
playing
keep
with this
going.
weapon.
It comes back to you.
Yeah. Oh, the cross comes back to you, I think. But
But it like goes behind you, right? It like it passes you.
yeah, it does. I hate all of this.
Oh man, I
I
haven't
forgot that.
except for the aid of spare. I don't know what the prismatic missile or that other one up top did.
I think those are like DLC weapons.
Okay.
Oh no. Okay.
All right. Yeah, I gotta play the freaking Santa water.
Santa water, the best weapon in the game.
Yep.
And it's like that's what saves me on like hell runs
Mm-hmm.
is everything swarming me, and I just got to get into the center of like a Santa water, basically.
This is
I like
such a
this
good
music,
game.
though.
Like, it completely restored my faith in roguelikes.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it's just like man, so addicting. Like they know exactly how to like get you to keep playing.
Right. It's got a little bit of that Super Smash TV from the SNES days.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like it's way more like twitchy instant gratification.
yeah,
Because you're always leveling up, you're always getting something new or charging something up, and the fun of it is just kind of like balancing your power-ups. Oh, there's the glass Fandango. I like that, but I don't know if it's super necessary with what you have.
yeah, but it's still good.
It is
and
good.
I know
It's nice to have something like close range that acts as sort of a shield. I would never have the Fandango and the garlic at the same time because it's just redundant.
Oh, gotcha.
But
I love the garlic.
I like the garlic too, but I've grown, like I said, I use Shimoon a lot, and so I've grown accustomed to the Fandango.
The garlic is definitely one that's like in the beginning of the game, it's like, oh, this is great. This is why wouldn't you have the garlic? And then it's like, okay, the garlic is fine, but
It's great for the
definitely
early
things
game.
that are better.
Yeah,
But I
there
think
are
once you
better
get-
things, but for the early game, it's good.
Once you get into the late game and
Science
you use like
rocks.
the Saraband of healing,
Uh-huh.
then it becomes really good again because of the evolution.
Oh, okay. Well, what does it
And
evolve into?
The what the hell is it called?
I haven't seen that yet.
It's that Soul Eater. So it's that first row, second column.
Oh, soul,
And,
garlic plus heart.
Yeah, and it gets you like, what do you call it? You steal hearts from enemies,
Hmm.
and when you're collecting the hearts with the Saraband of Healing, you're also doing retaliation damage. What the hell?
What's the little
Summon
box on the
Knight.
bottom of your screen with the robe?
Oh, that's the banishes. So I don't have any robes or any of the spell stream things. Those are all from like DLCs.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
So Apple Arcade is definitely just a bare bones version of this.
I'm just gonna grab.
Oh, now I know.
Maybe, I don't know. Like, so do they not have the DLC as like available for the Apple Arcade version?
If they do, I don't know how to access it. Let's see here. I'm just pulling it up on my phone as you're playing here.
Gotcha.
Shimoon, confirm
See if
start.
I can go for some of these items.
Yeah, no, I only have stages. Well, I know you unlock a bunch of stages, and I haven't unlocked all of them yet, but Moonglow, Green Acres, the Bone Zone, Boss Rash, Whiteout, Mount Moonspell, and Lake Foscari is as far as my list goes.
Gotcha. I'm getting hurt. My health seems pretty good though, because I'm not really getting that hurt. Just gonna blast through these guys.
Damn.
Yeah.
See you, laser? Yeah, no, like a lot of these weapons are wholly unfamiliar to me.
They do add a lot of weapons in the DLC. Like the Castlevania DLC coming up is gonna add 20 new characters
Oh, shit.
and like 40 weapons or some shit.
Is there like a
like-
I'm sure there is, but like a DLC pack where I can just...
Oh, I bet. Yeah, if you wait until Halloween, I'm sure you can get all of
Yeah, or
and
the
all
winter
the
sale.
DLCs. Even if you don't get it in a pack, each DLC is like $3
Yeah.
or something, and they usually go on sale.
Oh, looks like there's a chest.
And they are like wholly worth it.
Damn!
nice.
There's nothing more exciting than when you get like the ultimate chest.
Oh hell yeah,
Like
getting the
starts
5.
raining shit on you.
Fucking great. Give me that sand and water. Alright. Let's see.
So
Ooh,
are
a
you more
phaser.
defensive or offensive? Do you like tend to level up first like the things that improve like your stats, your radius, or do you go like straight for the weapons?
I go straight for the weapons, but that's how I play defense.
Okay.
Is I like try to evolve. If I was doing like an inverse run, I would be evolving the Santa water like exclusively,
Mm-hmm.
and I also try to evolve
Just maxing that out right away.
Yeah, the attract orb as well because I don't want to miss any of the gems.
Uh-huh.
I just want to level up as quickly as possible.
There's another chest.
Yeah, might as well get it.
At this point, does gold mean anything to you?
No, I can get. So do you know the golden eggs? I don't know if you've gotten any golden eggs yet. They sell them for like 10,000. So if I go to the merchant, where's that merchant? That was below me. Okay. So they'll sell you golden eggs for 10,000
Oh, okay.
monies.
Permanently improves the stat.
Yeah,
As in,
but by a
like,
tiny
the next
amount.
time you use this character, their stat will be increased?
Yeah, the next time. So I can hit it right now, and it improves my cooldown by 0.005%.
Shit.
So it's a tiny little thing, but it's exponential. Like,
right, so potentially, like, pouring hundreds of hours into this game, you can max out every character's stats, potentially.
Yeah, and there's no limit. So, like, I could show you my one character who, you can't lose. It's impossible to lose at this point.
Impossible to lose.
I have over 2 million golden eggs with him.
Oh my god.
And so his stats are just insane. Like, all I need is, like, a laurel, and it kills everything on screen.
Oh my god.
And so I could get about 2 billion monies in, like, 20 minutes. And, yeah, 2 billion is enough to buy all the power-ups, like, 20 times over.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it gets a little insane. You basically just keep leveling up in a way to get golden eggs.
Yeah.
And you have, like, one of the arcanas, like, allows you to keep getting more greed every time you level up, basically. Okay. And with that the character that I play as, he also just gets greed upon every level up. So it's just like, it feeds into itself.
Yeah.
Really crazy.
I'm guessing you're also probably playing with all the curses on, just so there's some semblance of a challenge.
Oh yeah, I have the curses on, but I also have Defang on. So, like, some of these characters are green.
Yes.
Everything that's green.
I know that one.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I gotta start traveling though.
I love that, like, the Castlevania DLC is now an official thing because of all of, like, the cues this takes from Castlevania.
Like, seriously, like, it used, like, asset packs, basically. It was, like, a straight ripoff.
Well, but who would have thought that, like, Castlevania plus Bullet Hell could be, plus Roguelike could be so successful?
Oh, yeah. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
Once they did, like, the Contra DLC, I was like, oh my god, they're in. They're in with Konami. This is great.
They're in with Konami. Konami's on board, baby. Of course, Konami's such a fucking weird company.
They are.
These days. I know that, like, the reason they suffered, like, a rightful downfall for a long time was because of, like, extremely abusive practices to their employees, and so, like, that shouldn't have been allowed to go on.
Oh, for sure.
But they never, like, until maybe, like, just in the last year or so, like, really started to recover and put games out there again.
Yeah. It's,
like, I think Silent Hill 2 is going to be a big deal for them.
I'm so glad that it's reviewing well, and it makes sense.
I hope they don't blow it.
It's, no, seriously. Like, don't blow the goodwill that you're garnering right now.
Because, they've got that. Metal Gear Solid Delta, for all intents and purposes, is looking really good.
It is, yeah.
I mean, and it looks like just a straight, almost shot-for-shot, environment-for-environment style remake, just with, modern graphics.
Yeah,
and that's
I'd almost
fine,
be tempted to call it a remaster.
It's hard to improve on a game that's that perfect.
Yeah.
But I'll be curious to see if they do add anything new to it, or if anything's expanded, or I can't picture quite what that would look like, but it is definitely my favorite Metal Gear game. So.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Snake Eater. I mean, I think it's everybody's favorite, but it deserves to be everybody's favorite.
Was it a GameCube exclusive for a while, or
no? PS2 it started. You're thinking of Twin Snakes.
Twin Snakes, okay, the remake.
The remake of 1, yeah. Which was okay. I mean, I played that all the way through on the GameCube, and it was fine. I mean, some of the it was kind of weird because the further the Metal Gear series went along, the more meta and kind of self-reverential it got. Oh, there you go. Nice.
I got an evolution in the middle there.
Sweet. But, in Metal Gear Solid 1, it was a relatively I mean, there was definitely some Kojima weirdness in it.
There was the weirdness a little bit.
But it was definitely more understated than in subsequent entries.
Yeah.
And so it was almost like just kind of a by the books spy thriller. But when they redid it on the GameCube, they hired some dude who was famous for like over the top action movies to do the cutscenes.
Yeah.
And it kind of clashed a little bit with the rest of the game. And so, so like tonally it was kind of weird, but by that point we'd already received, Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, so it just kind of made it more in line with them, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
As far as like kind of the screen is filled.
The screen is starting to fill up.
Yep. Actually, it's nowhere near as filled as I'm sure you can get it, but yeah. Where, like, you can barely even see your character in the middle of everything.
Oh, yeah. It just becomes, like, total bullet hell.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start making these
particle effects everywhere. But yeah, like, I enjoyed Twin Snakes overall. And I actually thought the inclusion of the Metal Gear Solid 2 controls made exploring the base and, like, fighting enemies better than the original. But I can see where some of the cutscenes kind of lost some of their iconic coolness.
Oh, so this one, Hail from the Future, is one of the new quote-unquote Arcanas. It's a little insane, so I'm going to get it.
Sweet.
You can get like either a candy box or a free passive like every time you level up.
Oh, wow.
Or a cross or a gold finger or something. So
shit. Oh my god. Yeah, again, I love the glass fandango. Like, when you freeze enemies and it just, like, goes apeshit.
Oh, yeah.
Good god.
The size is getting
okay, yeah, I gotta get the, Steam version. I mean, you gave it to me, but I gotta download it. But yeah, so, finishing my Metal Gear thought, like, in the same, like, dialogue as you have, like, kind of the political intrigue and melodrama, like, 2 scenes later, you'll see Snake backflip off a moving missile. And again, it's just like, is he a human, or is this the Matrix, or what?
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, it definitely got... And then with, like, Revengeance, or not... What was the first one with Raiden that wasn't 2?
Yeah, that was Revengeance.
That was Revengeance,
but that was always meant to be, like, a side story, like borderline. I guess, yeah, it is canonical.
But it's canon, yeah.
But Metal Gear has become one of those series where, like, I truly don't give a shit about the canon. Like,
oh yeah,
if I want, like, quote unquote serious political espionage kind of thing, there's always like Splinter Cell or something. Like, Metal Gear doesn't have to do that. Metal Gear can be like over the top and fun for the sake of fun, and I feel like when they finally released Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, I feel like they struck the perfect balance. Like that's probably my second favorite in the series. Like, the further I get from it, like, the more I appreciate like how well crafted that game was, because they finally made it less about the story and more about like the gameplay and the base building mechanics. And some people were really disappointed by that. But it's like, guys, why are you treating fucking Metal Gear like it was ever Shakespeare? It was always cool, but cool doesn't have to be super self-serious,
Yeah.
Good God. Could you lose this if you tried at this point?
I don't think so. At this point, I mean, they get crazy.
Yeah, but you are
they'll start
God.
Getting crazier, but yeah. Yeah. Getting that size increase from the beginning for every level was nice. Mm-hmm. So now, ooh.
What the hell is Victory Sword?
It's a weapon you get with near the end of like the original content.
Okay.
You get a character who's like overpowered, and that's her weapon.
Oh.
And if you like level her up or something, then you get it for everyone. And it has like, you can see it has more levels than other weapons.
Mm-hmm,
and it just, you get close to enemies and it just slices them up.
Oh my god.
It levels up with the Torona's box, but unlike other weapons, it doesn't go away. Something's weird with my controller. It doesn't matter at this
It
point,
doesn't
but
matter.
it doesn't matter. But
Like you have no left button, and nothing would be wrong.
There's like some kind of weird drift. Well, they'll just keep on moving.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got an evolution. Yep.
Oh my god.
Now that I think about it, though, I'm definitely gonna die when the Reaper comes. I wasn't going for a kill the Reaper run, but
hold on. You just introduced something new to me. You can kill the Reaper?
Yeah, you could totally kill the Reaper.
What? So, like, potentially, how long can rounds last?
Oh, geez, forever, because the Reaper is like 600,000 HP multiplied by your level. So they make it so that he's very kind of impossible to kill. But later on, you get an item that introduces like 4 new items to each stage.
Oh my god.
And so if we look at the map, you see those 2 red things to the right.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a gold ring at the bottom, and there's a silver ring. You can't quite see it, but it's near the top.
Okay. Oh, behind the cabinet there?
Yeah, so the rings evolve the Clock Lancet, which otherwise couldn't be evolved.
Yeah.
And the Clock Lancet makes it so that, what do you call it?
Are those rainbow beams you?
The rainbow beam is me, yeah.
Oh
that's the evolved laser.
What
and
is
it's
this?
big. So yeah, you can't see. I'm in the city now, the Wasteland City. That's
I was
usually
gonna say, like, how do you know where you're going at this point? This is so much different than mine. Like, I thought mine was, like, over the top now, and... kind of like the GOP, there's just no bottom.
It's just... I'd love to... Let's
God.
see. Did I get those missiles? Where am I? Okay.
You're 15 minutes into this, and you're at level 71.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to make it quick so that I have hurry on so that a run should only last about 15 minutes.
Okay.
Where are those missiles? Oh, there they are. They're in here. Okay.
Good God.
Get inside this building.
What building? What is anything?
There it is. Homing missile.
Who am I?
And what about that candy box?
Oh, hey, speaking of which, who am I? Persona 5. Tell me more about the Metaphor demo real quick.
I'm not that far into it.
I'm purposefully avoiding anything on that game because I know the moment that I touch it, I'm going to want to drop everything else that I'm playing and play that.
Oh, I totally get you, yeah. It's, again, I haven't even fought a battle in it yet. The world building is pretty nice. Like, they drop you into a pretty big city, kind of off the get-go.
Yeah, and I've heard the story is pretty involved.
Yeah, there's a definite destination, but you can explore a lot, and it's just like, I mean, a lot like Persona 5, where it's just like, oh, there's actually kind of a lot you can explore, a lot of places to go. So I'm only gonna get like more into it. I heard the demo was like a good 5 or 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm gonna. It's already got its hooks in me, so it's like shit.
Yeah.
Probably gonna buy this, but yeah.
Are you setting aside any other projects to play it, like I would be, or?
No, not. I mean, I do have
Resident
Evil 4. I still need to beat.
That's an easy one to beat, though.
Yeah, it is. What else am I working on that I haven't beaten yet? Resident Evil 4. I got to look at my games that I've been playing. Oh, Final Fantasy 16. I still haven't beaten the Rising Tides yet. So.
Ooh, yes.
Why can't I get to this bridge? I can't see what
I've got to
doing.
finish
There we go.
Bloomtown. Silent Hill 2, though today I got to the end game of that. I'm at the hotel. So, just about done.
Oh, okay, nice.
And then, Persona 3. Like, I have been so... Like, I feel bad because that game is so good, and I keep getting sidetracked.
Oh, I must have gotten a finger. Yep.
Oh my god,
what is the lock up the game a little bit?
What is the finger?
You kill enemies and you get prizes. If I get Cosmic Finger, which I probably will. No, Demon Finger. Okay. But I can't see anymore.
Yeah,
so
no.
It's like
there's nothing to be seen.
There's nothing to be
There's
seen.
some trees. Anymore. I see the trees.
There's the saber is over there now. Okay. All right. You know what? I'm just gonna go towards the alien base and grab all the stuff over there. I'll have to see if I can.
Like your end game, or is this just like Tuesday for M. Bison?
Oh no, this is a pretty chill run.
It was pretty standard.
pretty standard. I can show you. I'll show you the other stuff. Man, I have so many things that are not evolved though, so I feel like I'm wasting these levels. But
no, see, in mine, like 1 or 2 maybe evolve through the course of my runs. This is
and that's pretty normal. Like,
yeah,
because as you just keep going, the game just gives you more shit. You know.
Okay.
So yeah, it's not like I'm super good or anything. It's just
I don't know. You seem pretty good. Or is the game playing itself now?
I'm just moving the sticks. You know?
I'm just moving them.
At this point, you know, I'm just like the hands on the Ouija board. And
right, God is
taking
just doing his thing through you. Oh my God.
Okay, what do we got?
What the hell is going on?
Oh, the Glass Fandango. Nice.
What's that?
The Glass Fandango evolution.
Oh, it can evolve. Didn't know that.
And what's nice about it is those Orgolians that
I'm sure it looks cool.
Yeah, the Orgolians that freeze enemies, they turn into a different item. And basically it fucks shit up.
Oh
so,
my God.
Yeah, it is a fun weapon.
Maybe one day we'll see it.
Maybe. I mean, I could do a run with just like that weapon. And we could see
I don't care. This is awesome.
All right, let's see if I can get past the city. I'm just gonna go right. And
I think.
There we go.
What is right?
I got
what
it.
is up?
So that's the Orgolian with the Glass Fandango evolution. But you can't really see what's going on.
More!
More! That is what this game is.
Right.
Now more! Do more!
Alright, let's see. Where are we at? Okay, I gotta pass this little bridge. Oh, I'm gonna get a purple thing. And then I'm gonna get the Mad Groove. Because every time I've leveled up, stuff has dropped, and I haven't been able to pick almost any of it up. But Mad Groove will give every gem and every item in the stage and just magnet towards you every 2 minutes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's pretty broken. I could have got it at the beginning, but I wanted to give myself a reason to explore the stage.
The laws of the universe are meaningless.
What can I evolve that I can't evolve yet? Let's do Skullomaniac.
More!
Just to have more enemies. Let's see. Okay, so now I'm in the alien base. There's some weapons here. Ooh, this thing is so broken. The silver ring.
Wind the clock. Wind the clock. I don't know why, but for some reason in FF6, I always, like when the little kid in the rich man's house was saying, that's how I always read it. I don't know why.
Oh, what's that?
The little kid who tells you to wind the clock.
Oh.
It's supposed to be like a nursery rhyme, but it was always to me just, wind the clock, wind the clock. Like this kid's just an asshole.
So this is the thing. The Victory Sword doesn't go away. You still have it. It just gives you a gift, basically, with the Torona's box. So the Soul Solution is actually kind of... I don't like it in some ways, because...
Okay.
So it's going to fire off in a second, and when it does, you're invincible for like 20 seconds or 10 seconds or whatever.
Were you not already invincible?
But also, everything you grab, it doesn't fire off until it's done with its animation. So, okay, there's the purple.
I can only assume we haven't heard from Sparks because she's having a seizure.
Oh, no. All right, here we go. Now I can get the Mad Groove. Let's see. There it is. Boom.
I know what none of this is.
So now everything will come to me.
Oh my.
Including every treasure chest. All the items are now at me. So let's... Oh, the Soul Solution's going on, so I can't pick anything up.
More!
That's why I don't like it.
More!
Alright,
she was folding laundry. Okay, I'm glad that you're not having a seizure, though, Sparks.
What did I want? Garlic?
Give it all to me!
Or Song of Mana.
Witness me!
You ever see that movie?
Crown.
New Mad Max?
Wait. Oh, no, wait, what Mad Max?
I mean, it's not new anymore, but new a couple of years ago with Tom Hardy.
Oh, yeah, the Fury Road?
Yeah,
Fury
it was good.
Road was amazing.
I love that. It was a surprisingly good movie. Witness me.
I've only watched it the once. I gotta watch it again.
No, I mean, you've seen it. You understand what it is. That's all that counts. But Sparks says, just got back from Chicago late last night and have so much lunch. Sparks, you totally could have hung out with Max.
Nice. What were you doing in Chicago, Sparks?
And who knows? You know, I've got an interview this Sunday, maybe soon.
What?
Hang out with me in Chicago too.
Wait. What's this interview about?
That congregation that I told you about?
Yeah? Oh my gosh.
I'm still trying not to get my hopes up, but I kind of want it.
I get you. I'm not gonna try to get too excited, but
like
that's
when I thought about like where I'd like to spend the bulk of my career, like suburban Chicago always struck me as just about perfect.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And so again, I understand that. Like, it's a pretty nice place. It's a good community. It's a nice congregation. They're financially stable. The people seem really nice. So, like, they're gonna have their pick of some good guys who probably are all pretty eager to take that call. But
yeah,
you never know.
but at the same time, I think your body of work definitely is impressive to me. You know. I don't know my stuff about the church, but I don't know. I think you're a pretty good candidate.
Okay, I will take that compliment. Good.
Well, yeah, good luck, man. When is the interview?
Sunday.
Nice.
It's via Zoom. It's just like a preliminary thing.
Okay.
Sparks was doing wedding photography. Sparks, I didn't know you were a photographer. What the hell?
What? That's awesome. Wedding photography. That's
like
great.
On my days where like I feel like just throwing everything away and like starting a new career, that's always one of the things that I jump to a little bit is.
Oh yeah.
Like I took a couple photography classes in college and it wasn't half bad.
Yeah, I remember you showing me your stuff.
I mean, like, I don't think I'd ever make it as like a legitimate creative photographer type, but as like a professional can do portraits and weddings, I could definitely do stuff like that with the right equipment. And...
Oh, there it is. Boss fight.
How can you tell?
There's a little red arrow with a timer. I knew it would be
don't
around
see
here.
it. I see your health bar. Oh wait, now I see it.
Yep.
There it is.
All right, let's see.
You have
Okay,
150
so
seconds.
Down. Oh yeah, and I'm like right there already.
I was gonna say this thing is dead already.
The 28-minute mark. There we go.
Sparks has been a photographer for years, but normally doesn't do weddings. I'm assuming that it was probably a friend or something, because they're okay. So, fun fact, Sparks, as a pastor, I would rather do 50 funerals than one wedding because of how intense they are. People get so I don't even know how to describe it. Like, dude, this is just cosmic rainbow vomit, and I can't look away. Like, when it comes to weddings, people get so, like, specific and caught up on, like, the most minute things.
Yeah, I mean,
and it doesn't
true.
matter what your role is, whether it's photographer or caterer or pastor. You are going to get swept up into that in some capacity. Like, hey, in your sermon, don't mention grandma on dad's side. Just don't mention.
Oh my god!
It's like, well, I guess I'll try. I mean, I wasn't thinking about it, but now I am. So. That's like, hey, you have to show up exactly 7 minutes after the cake cuts, and like, because if you're 30 seconds off, the whole thing's gonna be fucked, and it's gonna be your fault. It's like, oh my god.
I think I'm getting there. Let's see.
Time.
Can I get one
space.
celestial finger?
Where do we come from? And where do we go?
Am I in? Here we go. All right, boss fight.
Okay, I can kind of see, like, the room a little bit. Is that you just, like, running laps around gravity?
That's me.
Oh, okay, I know this boss.
Yeah! Concha 3, baby!
Yeah! I'm guessing this is the last time we'll ever see him.
No, we're gonna random always.
There we go.
Yeah,
he's gone.
Gonna die. He's gonna die.
Is there even a remote
Yeah,
chance
you can see
he
the
won't?
skull a little bit.
I mean, he's taking it like a champ.
Yeah, I probably should have done inverse, but I wanted to talk. And
Yeah, no, this is cool. I'm really enjoying it. Sparks Cotton Eye Joe. Hey, can you work Cotton Eye Joe into the sermon? No. Though I will say, there was one funeral I had where like I'd never met this person before, but they went to school at Indiana University and were pretty involved with like Lutheran campus ministry while they were there.
Yeah.
And they basically chose our congregation because it was Lutheran and the parking was easier than the university.
That's what it comes down to.
And you know, and so like I was like, you know what? They've done nothing wrong. I'm gonna do it. It's a even though I don't know this person, it's gonna be a good opportunity to, you know, minister to the family and everything. I had no idea what I was getting into. Like, immediately after my sermon was done, where like I thought I did a pretty good job of like, you know, comfort, consolation, lift each other up.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't the end, it's only goodbye. And then right after I was done, they play I Believe I Can Fly from Space Jam.
What?
And I'm just like sitting there in like full like priestly
that's right.
garb and
You
I'm
told
just
me
like
this.
I'm desperately trying to keep a straight face as I Believe I Can Fly plays in its entirety. And then right after that, the not wife, but ex-wife storms up the middle of the aisle and clings to the coffin and goes, "Baby, no! Baby, I ain't ready to let you go, baby! I ain't ready yet!"
No.
And like the sons come up and they're like pulling her off the coffin, and I'm just like, oh my God, where are the hidden cameras? And so, yeah,
Oh my gosh.
that's pretty great.
Oh, holy crap.
I thought you were going to say his mistress. She was probably there too. I don't know. Maybe she just felt like shown up by the ex-wife. I'm not sure. But that was easily the worst funeral.
Wow.
The worst wedding was just like, it was kind of like all the usual suspects. Like one of the groomsmen got drunk and like knocked shit over. Like it was like a divorced aunt and uncle, I think, started screaming at each other.
Wow.
But fortunately not during the service. So my part was kind of done. I was just sitting there with, like Connor was like 3 at the time. So I just had to cover his ears while they were calling each other like cunts and
Oh, wow.
you know, like it was bad.
That's pretty bad.
Like,
I'm just,
all right,
now,
we should go.
Now I'm just going to have some fun and lock some stuff, basically. I'll keep, you know what? But I can kill death this time, so I'll leave the laurel and the clock lancet on.
Interestingly, that I know it's a clock of whatever. It looks like that one cane in Zelda, and I can't see it as anything but that cane in Link to the Past.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that gives you like the blue block or something. Yeah.
Speaking of which, actually, like ever since maybe like I don't know, college or so, like I do just like an annual. It's not really even a playthrough. It's more like a conversation with Link to the Past.
Yeah.
Where like I get really like I just play the game, but I'm kind of on autopilot, and I get like really introspective and just like reflect on the state of my life and like where I am. And so I started doing that just like earlier this week.
Oh, nice. I feel like Final Fantasy IV is that game for me.
Yeah.
I don't. It's
Final
the
Fantasy IV and Chrono Trigger are other ones, but like Link to the Past, like there's no story or reading involved really, and so it's like I feel like that game is much more easier to just kind of zone out and just like let your fingers do the work.
Yeah.
While your mind wanders.
I get you.
Yeah. But yeah, FF4 and Chrono Trigger both, like the stories are wonderful in both of those games, but like I know them by heart, so I wouldn't need it.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, though, like whenever I do Illusion of Gaia, I always end up getting like super sucked. Like I still get like meditative while playing it, but it's more like, boy, my childhood is over and youth is precious. And you know,
also,
like,
that I mean, not that like it makes sense that you think that for that game.
Yeah,
because
I'll
that
never
game
have
is-
my first kiss again. You know, it's just
God.
like- oh god,
That game is it's easy to get introspective with that one. It's also just sad as hell.
it is, but
Like,
it's also so beautiful. Like that
It
game.
is.
I don't feel like people talk about it enough. You know,
I agree.
and maybe it's just like where it hit you and me, like as we were growing up. But like, I know it was released in '94, and you were the one who introduced it to me on the original SNES. But like my first playthrough was like kind of right as I hit puberty.
Yeah.
And it was through an emulator, because of course I couldn't find the actual game in stores after the 64 came out. But yeah, like that game just hit me. Like that and
Yeah.
Xenogears, I think, were probably two of those games that kind of like defined my like early adolescence.
Man, I still gotta
weird
play
ways.
Xenogears.
And FF8. I gotta give credit to FF8, but FF8 was a little more toxic because, and not because of anything the game itself did wrong, but more because like I saw Squall as someone to be imitated for a while. So like 7th and 8th grade were super awkward for me. I'm like, no, like I look back on some of the things that like I did and said it was like so like eye-rollingly cringe and just horrible.
God, I don't think there's a single kid that could escape that though. That really
no,
sucks.
but at the same
You gotta
time,
try
I'm
a lot
kind
of
of
things
glad.
out.
I'm kind of glad that you moved to Chicago at that time, because I don't think you even would have wanted to be friends with me at that point. It was that bad.
It worked out for the best.
I literally went to Sears and saved up my allowance and bought a leather jacket.
Oh, that's cool though. Come on, that's
No,
awesome.
it was not. You'd think so, but it wasn't. When a chubby 12-year-old is wearing it, it's really not. Oh god. Who like hit puberty kind of early and had like this weird ass like mustachy goatee that I didn't know how to shave yet. Oh, it was bad.
Yeah, everyone gets that.
Yeah,
Well,
not like I got it.
Not
though.
everyone, but. Oh yeah, I should probably get the Laurel and the Clock Lancet.
But yeah, no, like,
But,
like thinking back on those games, like Link to the Past, though, is kind of the one survivor. Like I actually recently, and I told you this when I got the Anbernic, I replayed both Xenogears and Lunar 2 Eternal Blue for the first time in 20 years, and that was a trip.
Yeah.
That was really wild to replay those games because again, Xenogears, like Lufia 2 is a much more lighthearted story, and it's really sweet and just kind of like a fun adventure. But it kind of like brought me back to like 8th grade / freshman year of high school, and it was just kind of neat. But
Yeah,
like
and I imagine-
Xenogears was equal parts like, wow, this is a story about the beginning and end of existence as we know it, and it's so ambitious. But then they have like moments in it where I'm like, why did I ever think this was as deep as it was?
I get you.
I think I shared this in a text on our Play the Hits chat. There's literally a scene where one of my favorite characters, Billy, his father, shows up halfway through this boss fight. And he's like explaining why he was like an absentee father and like why he did what he did.
Yeah.
But he does it while giving his son a weapon to defeat this boss that for some reason has to fire human bullets. And Billy doesn't know this. He's like, and Billy, now it is my flesh that will keep you from dying. And he's like, Father, no! This is like this horrible scene. It's like, why would someone make a gun? The projectile shoots human being. And of course he doesn't even die. It's just
Oh my gosh.
so bad. But
it's
I mean,
also
overall,
just like, oh, this is
Xenogears
so
really
dramatic.
is like ambitious and cool and like a wild story. But that one scene in particular jumped out at me, and I was like, I know that when I was 13 years old, like I was crying during this scene. I'm like, what? Oh man.
But it's just like, yeah, it's like, oh my god, this is so dramatic, and it's just like, well, yeah, I guess it's easy to make drama when you just start at the end and decide how
You
we're gonna make
manufacture
this
it.
dramatic. Yeah, when you manufacture it completely.
Right. It's also like a very like 90s anime thing to do, like have the human firing gun, and like
Yeah.
or something like that, like here's the Godslayer sword, but it eats a piece of your flesh every time you strike down an enemy, and so you have to choose. Like, shit, what do? Gotta protect the kingdom, but
it's crazy, man.
Right.
Oh Jesus.
But like there were entire stories built around stuff like that, and as kids we were just like, yep, absolutely.
Like, yeah, this
flesh-eating sword, I'm on board. Oh man. But anyways, Link to the Past right now. So I'm enjoying that for the. I've got to be in like the maybe 20s to 30s in my number of playthrough on that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm probably right about there. I mean,
which is funny because the first time I beat it was actually, I think, the GBA version with you.
Oh yeah.
So I was maybe like, I mean, I'd played it plenty before that, but I'd never actually beaten it. I think my infantile brain was just too stupid to handle like the ice dungeon.
The ice dungeon, yeah. Not as
Or
bad as the
I
water
think
dungeon
one
in
time
Ocarina,
when I
but-
was like in grade school, maybe like 4th grade or so, I got all the way to Ganon's tower and was like, well, I guess this is the end of the game.
The GBA version, that was the one that came with 4 Sword Adventures or something, right?
Yes, or kind of like the prototype to 4 Swords that came out later on the GameCube.
Okay.
But yeah, so like
armor
since
guys.
then though, like I think I played the GBA version maybe like 2 or 3 more times like in a year.
Yeah.
Like I got super into it and like started like speed running some of the dungeons and everything. But then I realized all at once like how much better the SNES version is, simply because you can fucking see everything.
I didn't even think about that.
And
How
like
is
the
it
GBA,
as far as, like, the sound
GBA
effects and
was
everything?
so cool, and like the fact that it was the very first time that we had those SNES games as portable games.
Oh yeah.
But like
It's fucking
looking at
awesome.
them now, like that you can have like these premium pocket emulators, and they're like in a 4:3 ratio. There is no reason to play the GBA version except for maybe like the Final Fantasy ones where they add the extra content.
Yeah. As a kid at that age, I was like, oh, 32 bits, the GBA version is always going to be better. Not realizing that that has nothing to do with like the sound chip.
Yeah, the
what
sound,
actual other
yeah, the
capabilities
audio,
are.
and then just like the cutoff screen. like-
Nutsack.
And it's less noticeable in some games. But then there's like Mega Man and Bass, where there's literally like a special button you can hit to like see the rest of the screen just so that you don't jump to your death.
Which is like in that game sorely needed.
Oh yeah,
You need,
absolutely.
You need to. Can you imagine Mega Man 8 with those fucking surfboard, skateboard sections
Jump,
on a GBA screen?
Slide.
Slide, die.
Though
What?
technically, those might be just a little bit better on the GBA because it's a wider screen.
Okay, you're right.
Like
Okay.
games where you have things going like above or below you, though, like a lot of platformers, those are the ones that. But like Super Mario World was.
That, yeah.
It sucked because you couldn't see the whole stage, but in some ways it was better because like when you loaded your save, like you actually still had all the lives and the power-ups that you had when you saved.
Yeah.
That was kind of nice.
That is pretty nice.
But at the same time, like it didn't need it either. And like the SNES version, it's still you can see the whole screen, which is nice.
Yeah.
But like the best games on the
Breath of Fire
GBA were probably like those ones that were like the Castlevania titles that were specifically designed for it.
Yeah.
Because there too, you notice less of like the overly bright color palette. Like this is just how that game looks.
Yeah, and then they can adjust for that.
Oh, sorry, Sparks. I totally ignored your message. She said she'll be back in 20, but I don't know
Okay,
when she
okay.
actually wrote that.
see those signs that like be back in 5 minutes? It's like, when did you?
When did you fucking post that? It could be like
am
5
I waiting
minutes
here
from 2
1
seconds
minute,
ago.
5 minutes, or usually 20 minutes?
Yeah.
All right, get the silver ring. There we go. Start heading back to the other side of the library.
But so Zelda though this year is well, I guess technically and last year too was on the Analog Pocket.
Yeah.
Which is really nice because it's just such a perfect screen and a perfect translation of like what the SNES game felt like. And I can play it like in like the 30 minutes before I drift off to sleep every night.
Yeah.
Which interestingly is kind of cool because like a lot of games that I played as a kid were like on Friday or Saturday nights with all the lights off in my living room on like a much smaller not LCD but RGB
CRT.
screen.
Yeah.
And so in a weird way it's kind of like reliving that. Because it's a small screen, it's like 2 inches from my face. It looks just right because the Analog Pocket is awesome. And yeah.
Yeah. That was the first time when you introduced me to that I had heard of, what is the name of it? Where it's
FPGA.
like, where it's emulation, but it's because you're emulating the actual
hardware.
You're putting in the hardware.
Yeah.
To like almost like recreate it, basically.
Right. And it's a subtle distinction, but like for SNES games, you really can tell the difference. And even when like inserting a Game Boy cartridge, it's like, oh, it's completely lossless, and there's like, you know, with emulation, it can be really, really good to the point where like you stop thinking about like the one or two like minor little like pixel things or menu glitches that remind you that it's not the authentic experience. But with the Analog Pocket, there's none of that, and it's really crazy when you play it because even though you know that like Link to the Past and FF6, these were not, or Chrono Trigger, these were not originally handheld games, it ceases to matter because it feels so much like the SNES.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of wild. and so, like, even with the Anbernic, which can emulate a whole bunch of systems, and it's like an entire childhood game library in the palm of your hand, which still hasn't ceased to be cool. Like, for SNES and, like, Game Boy games, I still reach for the Analog Pocket, just because of how flawless the experience is.
It's just a nifty little system, like...
It is.
I know,
it's
like,
definitely like a boutique system, but it's one of those instances where I'd say it's worth it.
Oh, yeah. What it has under the hood is going to beat most... Well, one, it's specified, you know, and two, just as far as, like, horsepower, I think it beats, like, most of the cheaper Ambernicks and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it can only go up through GBA. Like, the hardware is incapable of doing anything 3D, because it is... Because, like I said, it's hardware-based emulation, so it can only do what its, you know, circuit board is hardwired to do, right?
Yeah,
like, it's not running on, like, a Snapdragon chip, which, you know, punches way above its weight level in terms of, like, PS1, PS2, GameCube kind of stuff. Like, if you're doing GBA and SNES, you're fine. There's never going to be a functional PS1 emulator on that thing, though.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like, it physically can't do it.
So, yeah, less about power, more about just, like, what it's...
Right. It is, like, the most authentic emulation experience for that generation on down that you can experience.
Gotcha.
And it's really cool. Like, I think in order to, like, actually appreciate it, you had to have played the originals on the original hardware. Because otherwise, like, you have no frame of reference, like, right?
No,
like, the emulated version of Chrono Trigger on your PC or on your Anbernic, you know, that's the version you know. But if you played, like, an actual SNES or a Game Boy Advance, and then you turn around and play the Analog Pocket, like, it just feels so correct.
I get you. And it's like
It's hard
playing
to
on a
quantify.
Super Nintendo... Where it's just like hooking up a Super Nintendo to an old CRT, which I haven't done that in probably since like 2009 or so.
Yeah.
When I still owned a CRT, like in college.
Right.
But it was like, even back then, it's like, oh, it's been
somehow.
like 10 years since I played like Mario RPG.
Yeah.
And, at least on a Super Nintendo. Like, I played it on an emulator. And it's hard to explain, but it's just like, it brought back nostalgia. And it's just like, I just played this like a few months ago on an emulator.
Right.
There's like a feel of it. That's
that's
probably
what I was
everything.
Say. Like, it's extremely hard to put your finger on, but it does somehow feel different.
Yeah, I think it's just a lot of little things that you just like. I'm sure like this, and does the with the screen with the not the Ambernick, the pocket, the analog pocket. Do they like? How does it work? Like, does it have? Can you do an approximation of scan lines or?
Yes.
Like,
so there's two modes with So the Game Boy and GBA is essentially just like flawless. Like, you can have it either just like pixel perfect on the analog pocket display, and especially with Game Boy games, it fills the whole screen, which is really cool. It's a 1-to-1 aspect ratio change. And so it is literally lossless. But then you can also choose to have like a DMG filter, so it looks like the old green screen on an original Game Boy, and even
that's cool.
It doesn't look like a filter. It looks like you're just playing a ultra crisp original Game Boy. Oh, here we go.
I got a $5.
Yeah, you did.
I'll let this one play out.
Yeah. But then, GBA, you get the black bars. SNES, it's 4x3, so you get less of the black bars. But they're tiny, but they're there. But in the dark, and like the system is pitch black, so it's kind of hard to tell even where the borders are, anyways. So like analog kind of pulls like an Apple sort of thing, where like the design is so clean and well executed that you don't really think about these things that you might think about on other displays.
Yeah.
So like, even though for GBA games, the aspect ratio is incorrect and you get black borders, I don't know if I've, like, when I'm playing it, I don't know if I've, like, stopped to think about it. Like, something looks empty here. It just doesn't.
By the way, the things I just got, the Infinite Corridor.
Yeah.
The bottom left, like, below the homing missile that says 9.
Yeah.
That's the Infinite Corridor, and it's constantly halving the HP of opponents on screen.
Oh, cool.
So for the Reaper, it halves his HP, which is the kind of most insane part about him.
Makes him more killable.
Keeps doing it. And then the red cape there, it maxes out your damage that you can get to 10. So things that could hurt you for like 500 or something, now it's just 10.
Oh my god.
That's how
you can kill the Reaper?
Yeah, and you can't evolve those things until you get a certain item.
Okay.
Which the item is like, you do certain things in the game, and then it's like, hey, we'll take you to this secret stage. You can get this item, and then, there's a lot of endgame stuff when it comes to, like, there's a definite boss of the game.
I was going to say, like,
bosses.
So, like, potentially can a round where you kill the Reaper just last as long as you want it to last, or does the game eventually say, okay, you're done?
He has an HP pool, and it's just like once you get rid of his HP pool, then it ends. So that could be 20 seconds.
So like it's a victory instead of a game over.
Well, it's always a game over because then there's an even greater Reaper.
Oh, cool.
The White Reaper. The White Reaper you can't kill.
Oh, okay.
So,
of course,
so
because he's white, right?
Yeah, basically. Can't do anything about that.
Oh shit! Can't do anything about his whiteness.
I have hurry on, but it's still, I'm at the 21-minute mark, so hopefully it doesn't last too long. Let's
Good God, though.
Moonlight Bolero.
This is wild. But yeah, like if you ever get like some birthday money or just tuck away a little bit, even though you have an Anbernic, I would strongly recommend an analog pocket just for your old portable games and SNES. Even NES, but like I find there's fewer like NES games that I regularly go back and replay.
Yeah, me too. It just wasn't my system.
No,
I was too
SNES
young.
was where I really came into my own.
Me too.
Game-wise.
The enemies can't really get close anymore.
No.
It's very empty.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they, like, enter the screen and they're already dead. Like, hey, we're... Oh.
Oh.
Oh. I wanted to party. And, hey, now invincibility for a little bit.
Basically, yeah. Oh. So yeah, I still gotta, while it's still spooky season, I gotta beat Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, for sure. Though Silent Hill 2 is probably gonna carry us through the end of the year here, so.
Oh yeah.
We'll just pace it out with
sure.
some other projects we've been wanting to do. Or finish. Like, I gotta see you finish up Bloodstained.
I was just about to say Bloodstained, and that'll be... Bloodstained will probably take like 6 hours or so.
Okay.
Oh, Sea of Stars, yes. And I need to... Sea of Stars is on my short list, so I need to play that one myself.
You know, the more I think about it, though, the more I really think we should do an FF16 playthrough on this channel after you beat it with Addy.
Oh, yeah?
Like
That'd
just
be fun.
because it's so good.
It is a good game. It is really good. The story is awesome. And it's just like, yeah, the gameplay of it was pretty deep, deeper than I thought it would be.
Yeah, like I want that to be one of the games that we do on this channel. Not that this channel's going anywhere anytime soon, but...
Alright, I'm gonna grab these things as quickly as possible.
Good God. More! What's the armor?
It just gives you defense.
Oh, cool.
So it's an extra passive.
I was gonna say you were kind of sweating there for a little bit, so.
Oh yeah, I was totally in trouble. So at least I'll get this missile as like anyone can use it once I survive. I've already survived 15 minutes with this guy. So at this point, I'm thinking I'll kill the Reaper really quickly, and then maybe as a last 2 minutes or something, I can show you how I make money.
How I make money? By doing nothing at all.
Basically, I mean, I could set it up if I want to and just go to sleep, but I make the most money. How you make money is I have the endless on, or the limit break, so my weapons are just getting stronger. But to make money, I turn that off, and when you level up, you can choose to get 25 gold every time you level up. But if your greed is like 1 million, then 25 gold actually becomes like 2 million gold or something.
Oh my God.
So every time you level up, you get like 2 million gold, and you can level up to like level 6,000 pretty quickly.
Oh my God.
You just let the game kind of play itself.
Right?
So yeah, I could show you that.
No, okay, so here's what we need to do, Max. By the time we're 50, you and I need to apply these principles to like actual capitalism.
Right? To like to the stock market or something.
And then maybe just like we move to Florida together and just like hang out and enjoy our twilight years with
I mean, if they made an
income.
app like that, like there's Robinhood and stuff, but they don't really make it like a game.
Yeah.
If it was like a game, I would win it.
Like I want to do something like that though, that's like not actively screwing over my fellow man.
Yeah, seriously.
But still just makes it so that like I'm not actually physically working for a living.
Yeah, right.
But like
your money is just working.
Yeah,
it's the dividends.
Right, like I don't need to be rich, but I want there to come a point in my life where like I'm not working to live. You know?
Yeah, right.
Like that would be nice. Like just call you up on like a Tuesday and like, hey, you want to fucking go to Epcot and drink around the world or something?
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, it's just like literally do what you want to do.
Yeah, that is a goal, and I have no reasonable clue quite yet how to do it. But
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, let's figure it out together.
We'll just have to win at capitalism. We
can do it. People do it all the time.
Let's do Carvello.
Holy shit!
Throw out these.
Are you throwing carriages at people?
Yep.
Why? How?
Why not?
Why not?
It's one of the weapons that the shopkeep can sell you, but you can also like just get if you have a thing that'll let you choose. It doesn't evolve.
It takes up
It's one
so
of-
much of the screen. So
Well,
great.
I think my area is just nuts at this point.
My God.
Money. Oh, wait, where's the Reaper? The Reaper's around now. I can't see him.
The Reaper's
Unless I have
already
Endless.
dead.
Wait, I don't have Endless on, do I? No.
Reaper just showed up at the wrong party. He's like, oh.
There he is.
Oh, there he is. Are you going to kill him?
Oh, yeah. He'll die.
He'll die like all the rest.
He's hurting me. I mean, for sure.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I've noticed your health bar's gone down, like, by 10%.
Alright, but now I'm invincible. Die. Oh, now there's two of them. Every minute he doubles himself.
Oh, interesting.
But they share the same HP pool. There he is.
Oh. I have killed death.
The first time I did that, I was like, hell yeah.
I am God's chosen.
I never thought that was actually possible.
What is the swirling vortex engulfing the universe?
That's the soul solution. That's what makes you invincible for a while.
Soul solution. Is it zooming in? Like, are you doing the zoom in, or is the game doing the zoom in?
The game's doing the zoom in.
Witness me. Oh, here's White Reaper.
Yeah, you can't even run away from him. He just follows you. Dead.
Excuse me, sir, I can't help but notice that you circumvented the laws of the universe. What is your name? Stanley? I'm gonna need you to come with me.
I'm gonna need you to register in hell here.
Right?
All right,
God.
so my guy, where is he at?
What is the fat
There he is.
raccoon?
A fat raccoon.
Sparks is back, and she writes, "What is even going on in this?"
Diarrhea Christmas lights. McCoy Oni, he's actually pretty good. Area temporarily increases at fixed intervals, so like
Oh, cool.
his stuff gets really small and then it gets humongous and takes up the whole screen.
Oh, great.
And when you mix that with like Bugaloo of Illusion Arcana, it gets even crazier. It
Whatever
goes
you
from
just
big-
said is meaningless to me, so I'll take your word for it.
Oh, and you can actually
Sparks,
play
to
as
answer
Death
your
once you kill
question,
him.
this game starts off as like a Castlevania-inspired roguelike where you just have to survive against hordes and minions of the undead. But where
Yeah.
Max is playing it now, it just becomes transcend the laws of the known universe.
For sure.
Yeah.
So the golden eggs I have on. So if you look to the left, you see like people's max health,
Yeah.
their recovery, stuff like that. Red Death is kind of crazy with his max health. His
Yeah, I can tell.
his speed is nuts. But then with Trouser, it's
Oh
insane.
my god.
So
Okay,
he
you gotta
can't
do a
die.
trouser run to end this.
Yeah, this is how I'll do 2 max weapons. He gains 1+ greed every level.
I
So-
like how it says trouser on the upper screen, but big trouser on the
Big
bottom.
Trouser.
Big
trouser.
My pants are so big, I gotta hold them up with my hands.
So we'll go to the Bone Zone because the Bone Zone.
Hell yeah, the bone zone.
You don't get luck or Orgolians. You don't get any of the items from candles except for money. So it's the best
Okay.
place to make money.
So this is the make
gonna
money
turn-
stage. So like, do
I'm gonna
those
turn limit break
nines
off.
at the top of your screen, like, are they actually maxed out, or is there like an invisible value that just keeps increasing?
Oh, there's an invisible value. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
The game thankfully
It
does
can only
a lot
hold
of math
so
in the
many nines, though.
background. Yeah, it does a lot of math in the background, so you're never
I was gonna
losing
say, like, in the
levels,
background,
but-
there's like one of those graphing calculators going on,
My GPU is just like working real hard.
right?
So
Like
my
the-
Laurel is going to be my main weapon, even though it's just a defensive thing.
There's got to be a certain point though where like you've played this game enough that like, you know, like something minuscule though, but like the game like actually breaks the laws of our universe. So like every, you know, couple of million you make in this game, like an actual penny is deposited into your bank account.
That would be fucking awesome.
That would be great.
Let's get Sorona's box.
But you know, there's like those players in Korea where eventually they'd have to not do that anymore.
Candelabra. Let's do Sorona's box. See if I can get just the 6 things that I want to get real quick.
Good God. So is this just it? Like you're just constantly leveling up?
Oh yeah, you never stop leveling. But once I actually choose my things and I choose to level automatically, then it just goes on autopilot. So
Okay.
I'm just banishing every passive that I don't want so that
Yeah.
I can eventually get to the passives I do want. Attract orb, there we go.
Oh my god.
Let's see. Start banishing some weapons too. Just to...
Spark writes,
No!
after Spooktober, are you going to do some wholesome family games for December? We are going to finish Silent Hill 2, Sparks, but yeah, we'll go back to like less Halloween or scary themed games overall. Unless they like release a new Resident Evil, in which case we'll drop everything and do that.
So Stone Mask, there we go. Gets
You know what's
gold.
weird, Max? The one, and I think the reason that we haven't done this one yet is because we keep waiting for them to announce a remake, is Code Veronica. I think that's like the one Resident Evil we haven't done on this channel.
For sure, but it's also like, yeah, there's no freaking remake for that one. And there
You know,
needs to
I
be.
say we give it like another 6 months, like wait until maybe like E3 or something next year, and if they don't announce it then, I think we should just go for it, because it's so
Okay.
good.
Okay, I'm cool with that, because there is a PC version, right,
Yeah,
on Steam.
I think so. If
So
not, I
I
have
just
the
do-
PS2 version, I can just hook it up.
Okay. Always big coin bag adds 25 to your gold coins total, but it actually adds a lot more than that.
Oh my
and now
God.
it's just gonna go. Now
What-
here's the thing: I accidentally chose the cat. I wasn't supposed to choose the cat.
Is your PC
actually-
okay?
It won't be with the cat. I'm gonna try this again. But
It
we're just
won't be
gonna-
with the cat.
We're
A
gonna do the
small
Laurel.
fire has started in Max's living room. You
We're
just look
gonna
over at
do
your
that.
PC, just goes. Oh God!
All right, the Laurel.
I
Wicked
chose
season.
the cat. Oh, that's the
I
problem.
didn't
You
mean to
everyone
choose
choose
the cat. What I want is my controller's being weird, so I think that's why I got the cat. But I'm
Oh,
going to.
To go back to the meat of your question, Sparks, we have not forgotten about Dream Daddy either.
Oh no, we were actually just talking about that when you weren't here.
Yeah,
The other day, where it's like
when I was in the hospital at Silent Hill 2, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, actually, you should watch that last episode, Sparks. I think you would appreciate that on our
was a
YouTube
good
channel
episode.
when I upload it, probably tomorrow.
it was a good one.
We talked a lot about growing up and how not to be a toxic masculine dickhead.
Basically, not
Yeah.
to be a shithead. It was a good episode. All right, let's see. This shouldn't take me that long. Attract orb, candelabra, banish the empty tome so it won't come back. Do the crown, and banish the wings so that won't come back.
Yes. Well, especially after that rally that Max and I referenced at the beginning of this episode. Holy shit. Like, I don't know how... I feel like less than 10 years ago, saying some of the stuff that they're saying about Kamala and women in general would have just been like, hey, we get that, you know, society needs to return to traditional masculine values or whatever the Republicans stand for, but you really need to apologize. Now they're just like, no, this is great.
No,
And I
they,
fucking hate
they
it.
learned they can say this shit and get away with it.
Yeah.
And it just gives me low-key anxiety, like, for the past 9 years or something since freaking Trump became president the first time. It's just like, oh,
Yeah,
the
we
world
keep
sucks.
slipping further into it. Oh my
There we go.
god.
So now you see my money below my
Oh
level.
my god.
And now I'm at level
200?
200.
What
I'll get to
is
6,000
happening?
pretty quickly. So it's just my Laurel, and the Greatest Jubilee gets lights around you depending on luck. Since my luck is infinite, I always get lights, and it gets me more money.
Oh my god.
So yeah, it's pretty great. And once I get more purple chests, I can just do more like, what do you call it? Actually, and I'm gonna travel to the right here because I can get the right Metaglio and the golden ring on the bottom to kind of just get more enemies. But you can't really see the
Your
enemies
computer has
anymore.
to be doing calculations at like a level that NASA would be. Like when you think about like the fact that a computer the size of a living room that ran on like 8 kilobytes of RAM sent people to the moon.
Seriously.
And like what your computer is doing right now to process all this information.
But yeah, this is how you make
How
money. This
have
is
we not
the end game, I
colonized
guess.
Mars yet? Like if we can do freaking vampire survivors and the calculations that are going on right in front of us right now on a live stream, broadcast to 3 people. Like, how is...
Unfortunately, it's not going to register that I'm picking anything up for a while. Like the treasure chest up here.
They're in the queue, right?
Yeah, it'll disappear, but it'll... Once I get to about level 6,000, it'll catch up to everything.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I could just sit here and get money.
Yeah,
Get
no,
paid.
this is what... Like, a smaller scale version of this is what you and I need to figure out and just, like...
For capitalism.
Let's move our families to Florida and... Or a less horrible place, actually.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it.
This is like a very small version of what's happening in Jeff Bezos's like bank accounts.
Yeah,
and
right.
His stock portfolio is just like making money upon money upon money.
Yeah,
Just-
Jeff Bezos has found a way to, like, activate these power-ups in real life.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, man. Too
He
bad
got
he's
the
such a
cheat
dick.
codes. Only instead of playing a game, he, exploited the labor of billions.
Yeah,
But,
right. And, it's one of those things, too, where, like, I'm not, like, building this up as, like, oh, I'm such a wonderful person or anything. But, like, when I think about, like, what I would do with, like in my wildest dreams, like, if I somehow bought that random lottery ticket and made, like, $200 million, like,
Yeah.
all of my wildest fantasies are, like, who are the people whose days I would make with that kind of money? Like who am I
That
gonna,
would
like,
be-
call up and, like, surprise with, like, hey, you never have to work again, or all of your medical bills are canceled, or you have a new house, like I can't imagine, like, a universe where, like, I look at that and I'm like,
I need to quadruple this immediately.
Because like they can never spend it anywhere close to all of it.
yeah. And again, I'm thinking, like, I mean, we've seen countless times, like, the effect that kind of money has on people. Like, something just, like, switches in the brain and they, like, start thinking about things differently. And like, it becomes, like, just kind of this just giant flex on the world around them. Like, I have to have more. Like, even though I can't, like you said, I can't possibly spend it, there's, like, something inside them driving them to make more, right?
Yeah.
But,
It's like a sickness. Like,
yeah, it is. Like,
just
I think
more,
that
more,
much money
more.
is an actual sickness.
Yeah.
But again, like, for now, like, having never experienced anything close to that level of wealth, when I think about, like, what I would do with, like, the big lottery payout or something, it's always like, oh, I'm going to make it so that my friends never have to work again, and I'm going to give, like, a whole bunch to these, like, charitable foundations so that they can do really
For real.
cool stuff, or,
And that's not even, like, the biggest lottery payout I can think of is not even $1 billion. It's like
Right.
hundreds of millions. is
Except that
usually,
one
like, the
time.
biggest stuff. The couple times that it's been like $1 billion. But even then, usually it's like the government takes out 600 million.
Right, well,
And they're
and
left
it's
with,
always like
400
a
million.
exceedingly wealthy person anyways who wins it because they just buy, like,
buy a million
truckloads
tickets.
of tickets and computerize the whole thing, so...
Yeah.
It's like, no, we cannot let that kind of money fall into the hands of the ilk.
It's just so sad when you can, someone who had $2 billion, how many of the world's problems they could solve? And then
Right?
you think of someone with like 100 billion, and it's just like,
Or, like, we
I was
literally have more than one trillionaire in the world right now. Like, can you imagine how and again, I know that, like, in their bank account is not sitting $1 trillion, but
Yeah, I
a
getcha.
billion is, And,
yeah, for
like,
sure.
think about what you can do with.
I saw
with that.
something. It's like, they don't have billions and billions of dollars in their bank account, but they have the money. It's just not liquid right now.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, it's tied up. It's like worth, the value of like what they own, stocks and things like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, so that's not like their actual money, their actual worth. It's like, well, yeah, it is. 'Cause
I mean,
they
yeah,
use
like,
that
if they
to borrow.
wanted to, they could convert an awful lot of that into personal spending money. I mean, like that is
they
their
might
choice.
convert it. It might be more than what they said it was worth. It might be less.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is like it's an estimated value, and they use that to like if they wanted to borrow or as collateral.
Right.
Just like, hey, I want to fucking buy Twitter. You
Yeah.
know, and it's just like, well, here's my $45 billion.
Yeah,
worth
here's
of
the
stock
check
that I
right?
have. Like,
and
they
I'm
say,
gonna
"Oh, this isn't
torpedo it for
actual money."
funsies, right?
Yeah, right. Seriously, like this is just like, and when he is fucking torpedoing the company, which
Musk is one of those dudes where, like, I honestly can't read him. I think what he wants is to be president eventually, and I think he feels like jumping on Trump and like his ridiculousness is the way to do that, because if a celebrity weasel like Trump could be president, then of course so could Elon Musk. Like, that's the only reason I can think for him to be doing what he's doing. But like at the same time, like his decisions are super erratic and strange.
So this is the part where my leveling up kind of slows down.
Yeah, I can
so
tell.
Now I'm just doing one level every so often.
Instead of like hundreds per second.
Oh, but there is a purple thing up there that I want. So then this, I can get this, and to make everything kind of complete, maybe I'll get
a place for everything and everything in its place. What is the yellow pixels? What is happening?
It's the Disco of Gold. So
okay.
When you get a money bag, you like start a gold fever, but it runs out way too quickly. So it maxes out, and then it like goes to the next one.
Oh
I'm
my god! I'm
constantly getting money bags because of the greatest Jubilee weapon with a maxed out luck. So that's just more money on top of the money I'm getting, basically.
What is going?
So yeah.
Now we've reached Jeff Bezos levels of bullshit. Sparks writes, being better than Jeff Bezos isn't exactly hard. This is true.
We'll figure this out in real life. We'll find the cheat codes. We just gotta
a much smaller
it.
version, but yes.
Yeah, where we're not like killing 14 million demons or people exploiting their labor
or real human lives. Yeah.
Oh, I think that's probably gonna be the next time I'm Play the Hits.
Holy shit! I'm looking forward to
some more spoopiness.
All right, we'll see you next time, everybody.
All right, have a
good
night,
night,
man.
Max. Later, Sparks.
Later.